Welcome, boils and ghouls. I said, welcome, boils and ghouls. Damn it, Donnie, that's your cue.
What? Sorry.
Welcome,
You already said that.
Welcome, boils and ghouls. I'm your foul host, Rickety Rooster, and
Hi, I'm Donnie.
And this is 10 things you don't know about Halloween.
Well, you might know.
Number 10. Halloween was not the original title for the movie John Carpenter set out to make. Made for $75,000, Carpenter's assault on Precinct 13 impressed the film's distributor, Irwin Yablans, who was wanting to move into film production, horror films in particular. He approached Carpenter with an idea. What if we make a film about babysitters? Because every girl in America can relate to babysitting. And we'll have some killer out there stalking them, and we'll call it The Babysitter Murders. Number 9. Halloween could have been a totally different movie.
Totally.
Well, maybe not totally, but it may not have been the Halloween we now know and love. As John Carpenter and Debra Hill were working out a story for the Babysitter Murders, executive producer Irwin Yablans, ever the visionary, had a stroke of genius. It was Halloween time and Yablans had Halloween on the brain. And just like me and your mom, it clicked. Yablans got on the phone with Carpenter and told him his idea of using the themes of Halloween to tell their story. John loved it, and thus the Babysitter Murders became Halloween. Number 8. Irwin Yablans wasn't done coming up with great ideas. His next suggestion would help cast the Van Helsing to their Dracula. It was decided that a recognizable character actor should be cast in the role of Dr. Sam Loomis, someone with a face the audience would know. Veteran horror actors Christopher Lee and Peter Cushing were both approached to take on the role. Both declined, and Yablans couldn't have been happier. He had another actor in mind. He remembered a film he had saw called Will Penny, and the character of a Western roamer, a madman, and that character was played by Donald Pleasance. Yablans approached Carpenter with his suggestion, and assuming he wanted a paycheck, he loved it. Although he didn't believe Pleasant would accept the role, he figured it was worth a shot. Number 7. You may have known the mask used to give Michael Myers his terrifying look was indeed a Captain Kirk mask. But did you know it wasn't the only choice to pick from? Carpenter's childhood friend Tommy Lee Wallace was brought on and hired as the production designer and editor. His first order of business was to develop the look for the babysitter killer, known only in the script as The Shape. Instructed by Carpenter to find a mask that was plain and didn't call attention to itself, Wallace returned with 4 choices: Richard Nixon, Mr. Spock, Captain Kirk, and also an Emmett Kelly mask. Although the sad clown mask was undeniably eerie, the Captain Kirk mask won overall because it had the plainest face. After a few small tweaks like opening the eye sockets, removing the sideburns, and a coat of white spray paint, they knew their killer had now taken shape.
Ha, I get it.
But just think, this could have been the killer that stalks the babysitter. Number 6. Fall time in Illinois is a beautiful thing. Recreating it in California? Not so much. To create the effect on a shoestring budget, the crew used 3 bags of painted leaves. They would scatter those colored leaves around in the foreground before the shot. At the end of the scene, John would yell cut, and everyone, cast and crew, would jump on leaf duty and collect them for the next shot.
And cut. Okay, Jamie Lee, up off your ass, you're on leaf duty.
Number 5. Although being the first scene, the iconic opening shot was actually the last to be filmed. The 4-minute-long single tracking shot that would introduce us to young Michael Myers was unheard of in a low-budget horror movie. As the camera team worked out the kinks for capturing the shot on the last day of filming, the rest of the cast and crew turned their attention to the dilapidated Myers house, teaming up to paint and wallpaper portions of the house to make it appear 15 years younger. After whitewashing the entire house, the rest of the upgrade renovations were small. With just a little paint here and a strip of wallpaper there, the shot had to be precise. Pan a little too far left, and it's just another crack house. Number 4. Haddonfield, Illinois is a fictional town. Haddonfield, New Jersey, however, is very much real, and the hometown to producer and co-writer Debra Hill. Hill, who rose through Hollywood ranks to become a pioneer as a woman in film production. She was honored by Women in Film in 2003 with the Crystal Award. Sadly, on March 7, 2005, Debra lost her battle with cancer. After her death, Carpenter said working with Hill was one of the greatest experiences of my life. She had a passion, not just for movies about women or women's ideas, but films for everybody. Number 3. On Halloween, we all love to snuggle up with a good scary movie. Little Lindsay Wallace is no exception, and one such film she watches is the 1951 flick, The Thing from Another World. The film is based on the 1938 novella, Who Goes There? Oddly enough, a more faithful adaptation of the story was directed by Carpenter and released in 1982 under the title, The Thing. Bonus fact, you can still watch Little Lindsay Wallace on a TV series just as terrifying as Halloween. Number 2. Hill and Carpenter entwined many inside references into the script for Halloween.
Hey, I'm Loomis, Dr. Sam Loomis. Lee Brackett.
Dr. Sam Loomis was named after the character Sam Loomis from Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho. Bonus fact, Jamie Lee Curtis's mother, Janet Lee, appeared in Psycho as Sam Loomis's girlfriend and was killed in the film's famous shower scene. Tommy Doyle is named after a character from Alfred Hitchcock's Rear Window, and Sheriff Lee Brackett is named after sci-fi novelist and screenwriter Lee Brackett, who wrote classics such as The Big Sleep, Rio Bravo, and The Empire Strikes Back. Which brings us to the number 1 thing you don't know about Halloween. Number 1. Michael Myers is a real person.
And monkeys might fly out of my butt.
Anyway, in a sort of creepy homage, Carpenter named the guy in the white mask who walks around and stalks babysitters after the British film distributor who helped release Assault on Precinct 13 in the UK. His name? You might have guessed it, Michael Myers. Let's just be glad it didn't turn out to be something like Barry Goldstein. And there you have it, 10 things you didn't know about Halloween.
Maybe. Hopefully.
Thanks for watching, you guys. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to peck that like button. If you're new, subscribe. Come hang out at a live stream sometime. Until next time, I'm Rooster. Thanks for watching.